Come over to Mueller Motorsports on YouTube. I am live right now giving away a PC April 17th. I want to be the next biggest sim racing streamer. And I think I can do it with your guys' help. Somebody that was homeless 5 years ago now has all this and is fulfilling his dream going from the rig to an actual GT car. Come on, follow the channel. Come check me out. I love you guys. I am live right now giving away a PC April 17th. Come over to YouTube. Mueller Motorsports. Hey, this is Mueller Motorsports, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about something. There's so many streamers and YouTubers out there that just show a bunch of cool stuff. I just wanted to tell you guys my story. 5 years ago, I was practically homeless, didn't have anywhere to go. Everybody called me a loser, told me I'd never be anything. And then I met my wife. She gave me the confidence to be able to do anything. And now I'm the first one in my family that fully owns a home. And we got in our car and drove 30 hours to Texas. And we're completely debt free. So I'm 27 right now. If I can do it, you guys can do it. Wait, why am I live? I didn't even mean to go live, but here we are, I guess. Sorry, I wasn't talking. I didn't even realize I went live. Back at it over here at Mueller Motorsports. We're about to get into the GT4 Stang and hop over to Watkins Glen. It's going to be a good race today, ladies and gents. Invite your friends, invite your family, help this guy go to being the #1 sim racing streamer on YouTube. I like to give back to the community. It's why we're doing a ton of giveaways. And I'll always be honest and upfront with you guys with my reviews. I just got to get one thing. For this, and it'll be the last time we got to do it today. 32 and 75. And then on the brake, we want it at 28 and 72. We'll go over here and join in this practice. Give me 1 second. I want to get the stream set up a little better. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, no. Have a good W. Why are we so big? There we go. Ow, my arm, dude. Arm is killing me, man. Should I put my camera in the black? Inside the middle of the red box. Yo, what's up, Steve? Just trying to get something. Probably, wait, 6 to 10 inches. There we go. Are you fucking kidding me? What's up, Cliff? Alright, that's how it's gonna be. I look fucking beautiful today. Let me tell you, gents. You guys want to see something cool? This is how a sim racer uses cologne. We all smell bad. Steve, you smell like shit. Clifford, you smell like ass. But for the day you guys can smell good, for $20 at Ross, they sell sim racer cologne. It's the only thing that'll help us. My wife was going to leave me, take the dogs, murder me in my sleep until I bought this cologne right here. Shout out to Plastic Shit at Ross. Sim Racer Cologne. Steve, you don't got to worry about the stink anymore, my man. We got you covered. Mueller Motorflies. God, if I could talk. Mueller Motorsports approved. Make me a Aphrodite. I knew you were. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, country roads. My lover's got humor. She's the giggle at a funeral. Everybody's disapproval. Should have washed her sooner. If you want a chance at winning a gaming PC and other Moza products, head over to Mueller Motorsports on YouTube today, doing a 300-day challenge where we go from the simulator to a real GT car. I love all of you guys, and I will smother you and my baby. And we got no audio, so we will be right back. Oh. Well, Clifford and Steve, I got some big news. I genuinely feel like with the editor that I just hired and getting my first... if you... We're going to stream and do some cool stuff. That's about it. I got a new picture in the back over there. If you want to do some, Clifford, if you want to jump in and run some Watkins Glen with me, that'd be great. I went from 3.90, about to be fast-tracked for promotion. In 6 days, I went all the way down to 2.50. I've been intentionally wrecked, had somebody drive backwards and take me out. I had one guy that pitted me, another guy at Watkins Glen that took me out for absolutely no reason. But here's the good news. I have an editor now. And my first video that's actually fully edited is out right now. And it's up on the channel. It's nothing special. But that's the kind of the point. My buddy, who is my best friend, he took a bunch of shit that I did and edited it amazing. He's the smartest guy I ever met. This guy could literally build a rocket if he wanted to. And he just decided to edit my stuff, and now we're going to edit full time and make it so I'm no longer live streaming. I'm going to race. He's going to put my stuff together. It's why I haven't been going live a lot. Because we're making more we're going to make more unboxing videos and have a bunch of stuff when it comes to the channel like that. And I can't talk about it fully, but I just partnered with a company for sim racing, and I'm not allowed to say anything yet, but I can tell you guys there will be more giveaways coming in the future for when it comes to sim racing stuff, and it might be a full-time thing because I'm going to review their products all the time. And it ain't Moza. We got a first place finish earlier in the 296 challenge car. We started fully last place and finished first. I hate GT4 with a passion. I don't like having all these assists on my car. I like GT3. GT4 is fun, it's just not. I feel like I don't have as much control over the car as I want. I feel like they're a little floaty. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. A little bit too much brakes. I think this is one of the first ones I get to do where I actually qualified. The last one we did where we qualified, that moron pitted us. We got enough time for another one? I don't think so. Yeah, the Mueller Motorsports Cologne. Look at that. Some beautiful stuff right there. If you want to smell like me, this cologne right here will help you get your life together, life back on track. You're having marriage problems. You're dying. This stuff right here will change your life. And I'll tell you how it happened for me. I smelt like shit. Nobody wanted to be with me. Everybody hated me. And then I bought this cologne, and it changed my life. It cured my retardation. I'm still retarded, though. What are you doing tonight, Cliff? What's up, bud? Dude, I don't think anybody's asked me about this PC more than you, Stevie. You kind of scaring me, man. If you don't win it, I feel like this is gonna be like some stalker shit. And yeah, it'll be live streamed. Any giveaway we do has to be live streamed. Good luck, guys. Do I got time? Do I really not have one of those added? I don't like how they changed it at Watkins Glen. You used to be able to go fully left on that apron and go all the way off. You still can in certain races, like a spec car, but I just like being able to slide fully left. I think the reason they made it an off track is in GT cars, people push you side by side, and it was probably, if I had to guess, with how bad people are in GT, they were probably just dive bombing and going like this, just fully just diving into somebody. Yeah, if we say something is a random giveaway, like by law, we have to do a random giveaway, and it either has to be out of like a hat, a wheel spin, something random. Like if I say something is going to be given away on the channel and I break those rules, I could have my account closed, fined, all kinds of crazy stuff. That's why when we gave away the Moza KS wheel with the R12, I was really happy that the person that won it, it was actually a girl, and she won it for her son, and it was just given away live on the channel. We picked it out of a hat. We tried to do a wheel spin, but it picked Manny, and not my buddy Manny, different Manny. Manny something else, Manny G or something like that. Picked him like 5 times. So we felt, and he wasn't even in the live stream, so he didn't get it. But we just wrote the names down on a hat and then picked them out of the hat. And we had a lot of people watching that day. We had like, I don't know. But that's probably what I'm gonna do for the PC. I think across TikTok and YouTube right now we have like 500. So, but I know it'll be a lot more because my next video will be published. So, and I'm hoping with the next video that I put out, we get at least 5,000 people that start to follow because it's edited well. And then we also have another famous streamer that's going to be on the video with us. So giving me some driving lessons. We collabed with somebody. But now we're going to race at Watkins Glen's. Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake. Let's get it. Now you see me, now you don't. Yeah, doggy. Apricot to acorn, we got one in the back, 3 bogeys passed. Apricot to acorn, we got 1 pissed off on the microphone. Get him. Really? That's kind of on me. I lost a little traction there, but that guy should have went around and not just flew into me like a fucking asshole. And now we got steering damage. That's always fucking nice. Yeah, literally that guy could have went around anything. But instead, we get it up the ass again. That's okay though. I think we can finish the race under 10th, 4 incidents. We'll take it. It's kind of funny. I feel a little faster in that corner because of the downforce with the wheel pulling. I need to stop raging, though. Anytime that I'm in an accident, even if it's my fault, I won't say something to the other guy unless it's, like, egregious. But even if I do something that's my fault, I have this problem where in the moment, I'll say a bunch of shit. And not to the guy, just, like, in my room. I'll be like, fuck you, you fucking idiot, I hate you. And what good does that do anybody? Because we all crash, we all wipe out. It happens to every single one of us. We gotta learn, and I think a lot of people do. A lot of people take that aggression out on the microphone. I'm able to take an accountability for my actions when I review it, and that's why I feel like it's important anytime you get into an accident or something happens, you always watch the replay, because you never know. You never know if something was intentional, and you have to keep in mind a lot of people, I'm on triple screens, have all this crazy stuff. Some people only have a single screen and aren't able to see anything. So it's like what might look intentional to you when you go back and watch the replay, you'll be like, oh wow, this was really just a mistake. It's like, you know, most of the time I would say 9 times out of 10, it really just is a mistake. And we all make them. But it's how we respond to them that make us better. You know, if I'm over here and I'm calling somebody some type of slur or threat on the microphone, what good does that do me? Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be the only one that gets banned for it. And that's probably the biggest thing I got to work on. It's just letting shit go and finishing my race. Because a big part of me, big part of me, just wants to quit and go into the next race. And it's like, you don't learn anything from that. We're all gonna wipe out. And that's really the whole point of this channel, to show you guys that just an everyday, ordinary person, this is only like my 14th day doing this, an everyday, ordinary person can go from being on a simulator to driving a real GT car and get to a professional level in under a year. And it ain't gonna be easy. You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna smash! Sorry, that's my anger. You guys should have seen it last night. It was fucking hilarious. I was trying to drive a stock car. Never drove one before on the Nuremberg ring. And by the end of it, I was doing pretty good. I was drifting that shit. It was crazy. The thing is, with GT cars, they kind of have a assisted gearbox. Like, it's more sequential, because if, let's say you're in third and you're doing 60 miles per hour, it won't let you shift down to second unless you're going the speed of second. And that's with no assist on. Where, like a stock car, something with a manual gearbox where you're also using the clutch and have to blip, you have to shift up and down at the right speeds. You have to rev match. I think that put us into 10th. Eleventh. I see 3 cars, so let's try to get to 8th. We still got at least 2 more laps. And you know, if we're doing a longer race, I probably would have pitted and got my stuff fixed. But even if people passed me because I have damage from that crash, the repairs will take like 4 minutes. So it ain't worth it when you're not. There's no possible way to make up 4 minutes. Let's do the math. I'm probably about a half a second slower. So much better off just finishing the race, and instead of going back to the pits and trying to get my drivetrain or steering bracket fixed, I just got to be careful turning right. Turning left is fine, but instead of holding the steering wheel straight like this when you're in a straight, it's more like that. Yo, Clifford, you should hang around and we should do a 1v1. You should join a race with me. I'd love to race you. Depending on what you're on, too, I could probably get you on some nicer gear as well. I'd like to do a race where we start from the pits, just so I could show you guys how much less stressful it is, and also how you can still be super competitive. It's the truth, too. Oh, we're doing a little bit of gaining right there. Will these two guys take each other out? That's the real question. against all odds, Mueller Motorsports comes up to the finish line. He was pitted at the beginning of the race. Passes Verstappen. He wins it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What an upset. You know, for being involved in a wreck, that wasn't a terrible race. Clifford, are you still here, bruh? I don't know what to do. This is a great map. We could race this map, honestly. Do a great job from this map too. I am gonna have to set up a throttle for the 992 because all right, let's get this sorted real quick and we'll go. Okay, it's important that we put this at. So with the 992 Cup car, you have no ABS and the brake is very sensitive. So you want it to start at 22 and end at 62. Top and bottom must match. So this is for pressed and released. And then if we go over to throttle, I don't have one set up, but we could make it for 22 and 28 and 68. So we'll do 0 over 0, 20 over 6, 40 over 28, 60 over 60, and 80 over 92. See how it spikes up right there? And this should be 100 over 100. So that way, we're probably going to spend a majority of our time right in here where I'm like this 27 to 75 range. And then 18, 38, and 58 for the start. And you guys at home, if you don't set this stuff, it's not, or if you're like, oh, you spend so much time in the settings, I have to. Having these pedals that cost $1,000 each, if they're not set properly, the car will feel wrong. And the consistency comes from just driving cars. Like, you don't want it to constantly feel the same. You want it to feel how that car is supposed to feel. So, I don't know how to explain it. It just, if you don't have it set up right, what'll happen is you'll get into a lobby and you'll start sliding all over the place. Okay, so we'll go. I need to get all of these set before stream because it is such a pain in the ass. I have Abdallah. I have active pedals, Moza active pedals, and I'm getting the pedals set up for trying to do a pro profile. So if it's not set up properly, that's why they cost $1,000 a pedal. If it's not set up properly, it'll feel terrible and it'll ruin your race. And there we go. We're all set. We're about to jump into a race here. I just have to get the damping set for braking and we're all good. This is what the pedal looks like over here. And what it does is instead of a potentiometer or like a load cell, this is like real life. It pushes these effects onto your feet. So for example, for my brake, I have all these set for the 992, I can feel the lockup, which is super important. And once I get to 50, see how it the numbers bashing out right there, it's not letting me push over that number unless I slam down on the pedal. And then I have the same thing for the throttle where we go into wheel spin, engine vibration, all that stuff. 22, 45, 75. $65. 45. 30. And we just have to save them, and we'll jump into a race here. Cool thing is, once we have them saved, we never have to do this again. But now we're going to jump into a race. Let me just get my thing for trading paints here. Cool, man. I really appreciate it. I'll give you guys a little story since I see a couple of you guys are new. 5 years ago, I was pretty much homeless, had absolutely nothing, and I met my wife, and she gave me the confidence to do anything. I got a job at a really good company, and I'm the first one in my family to own a home, have no debt, and we got in our car, drove 30 hours to Texas, and one of the things my wife and I wanted to do was have a kid, and her dad passed away this year. And on Father's Day, we found out right after her dad passed away, like 3 months later on Father's Day, we found out she was pregnant. We were ecstatic, all excited, and she was really sick with like just pregnancy symptoms, and she just like was not feeling good, and she is the strongest person I know. She powered through it. First trimester comes along, and we went to the hospital because she felt like she was having some issues. We went, they told her, she was over worrying, and they sent her home. The next day we went back, and they told us the baby had died. And not only that, but she went septic and almost died, and it was super scary. It's kind of the reason I'm doing all this, and I know that sounds dumb because it's something for me, but my wife pretty much pushed me to do it. I don't really know how to explain this, but did my mouse just die? I think my mouse just died. Don't really know how to explain this, but she pushed me to do this, and even though she almost died and all that bad, horrible shit happened, I kind of realized life can be taken from you like that. And it was the scariest thing I ever seen, because my wife, I didn't start living, I'm 27 right now. I didn't start living my life until I turned 21 when I met my wife, and 22. And just my life was terrible. I was always called a retard or called a bunch of names, and just like, I didn't feel like I had any purpose in life. I listened to all my haters, but my wife is the one person that believed in me. So watching her almost die, it broke me. It really just like put me down mentally, and I basically didn't want to do anything anymore, and just kind of, it scared me. And she ended up being okay. She got through it, and we were both okay. And the reason she pushed me to do this is if it is something that works out, it could change both of our lives forever. And even if it doesn't, it brings some sort of happiness. We went all in 25 grand on a simulator, and then the race car, the PC, everything. And for me, it's like I used to play billiards professionally, not but like at a junior level. Got into a bad car accident, my hands shake really bad, so I don't play billiards anymore. I don't really have anything. I just have my wife, and I'm cool with that. That's all I want. But she said it to me. Anything I put my mind to, anything I do, I end up becoming good at. So it was kind of like pick something, do it, show people that you could become good at it, that sort of thing. But I need to grab a different mouse because mine just died. So give me 1 second. Show you guys some of the cool stuff though. These are the pedals I'm using. I got 3 of them. This is the Moza Active pedal. And then got another one of those. The GS V2P wheel. There we go. Yeah, no problem, man. I just had to plug in a mouse because mine died. So let's grab the skin we were gonna use. I don't know how a fucking mouse dies either. They don't. I swear to God, my mice stay charged for like months at a time. But I'll share the rest of this story when I get back here in a second. Just find the skin I want to run with. Before I forget what I'm doing. We'll go with the Monster Energy one. Jump over here in the iRacing. Let's go. All right. So, here's something else cool to show you guys. These were sent to me. I know a lot of my OG viewers have seen it, but support this company. It's called Racers Factory, and they made me these gloves from Saudi Arabia, and they got lead in the finger so you can still use your phone, but they custom made them to me, sent them to me for free, and they're Buffalo Bills. So if for you guys out there that are like, oh, why the hell are you wearing gloves sim racing? The reason is, if you're on like a 25 Newton meter wheelbase, for example, this is what these wheels look like. They're heavy, they're hard, huge. I'm so pissed. I paid $1,400 for a Lamborghini wheel, and one of them I'm giving away on the channel, not the $1,400 wheel, but just the $400 one, the Lambo wheel. But the one that I bought, I'll show you guys a picture of it. Hold on. This is what I just got. I mean, I am so excited for it because it's really my first big wheel. If you're able to see that, it's like a $1,400 wheel. And it's Lamborghini licensed. Literally offers nothing. This $400 wheel probably feels just as good. The only reason those are so expensive, it's so dumb. They have a screen on them and they're licensed. If you slapped a Lamborghini logo on this and they licensed it as Lamborghini, it would cost you 3 times more. Like, that's just how it is. So, but back to the story for you guys. The reason I'm doing this is I was just down and, like, kind of wanted to give up on life. And not in a way of like, oh, I want to kill myself, but just like all these bad things keep happening. And then I realized I got God, I got a beautiful family, I got a beautiful wife, and I'm still here. So the reason we got into sim racing is it's accessible, and I kind of wanted to show people that somebody like me, I got a speech impediment, I'm not the smartest person, I have issues. I wanted to show people that if somebody like me can do it, maybe it'll give other people hope out there, because I'm ADHD, couldn't hold a job until I met my wife, couldn't do anything. And now I'm the sole provider, and I love being, like, I love getting to do that and being able to take care of my wife. And I basically want to show you guys out there that if I can do it, you can do it. Hey, if you guys are interested, my YouTube channel is Mueller Motorsports. We're giving away a gaming PC April 17th at 9 p.m. We're on a $25,000 simulator where we're going to be going from driving on the sim for the next 300 days to an actual GT car in real life. If you're interested in checking it out, it's called Mueller Motorsports. I'll put it in the chat. But anyhow, it is crazy. Like, sometimes I feel like I got hit by a car, or I'm in a coma and I haven't woken up yet. And the reason I say that is, imagine having absolutely nothing. You live a whole life of shit, and this beautiful woman loves you for some crazy reason. You have no idea why. Sorry, I just have to do this real quick and we'll be good. You have no idea why, and she gives you an unwavering confidence and the ability to do anything. And literally, from homeless to owning a home, debt-free, brand new car in under 5 years. And my wife showed me my gift is talking to people. I became a great sales rep, and life has been good. But on a funny note, for all you guys out there that smell like shit and you're having a hard day, if you don't want to smell anymore, fear no more. Mueller Motorsports brings you Vroom Vroom Cologne. No, I'm just kidding. I found this at Ross yesterday. My wife told me to buy it. It was like $20. It's Ford Cologne. Ford Thunderbird. I had to buy it and make a video. Let's qualify. This is our specialty, the Cup car. If you guys notice, I won't talk a lot during qualifying. I'll talk with you guys before the race, but I have to qualify and concentrate on driving. So wish me some luck here. easy car to drive once you're used to it. For those of you confused, with the pedal, it isn't like, oh, just plug it in and use it. When you have an active pedal, if it has the wrong setting, or you just, let's say I went from driving the GT4 Mustang to this and didn't change anything, these have different thresholds. So the damping is going to feel different, and I'm going to need basically lose resistance in the pedal when I need it if it's too low, and not have resistance. It'll be too high when I don't need it if it's set wrong, like if it's set too high. And then there's different effects too. Like for example, a GT3 car, you're more focused on the wheels locking because it doesn't have ABS. Where with this car it does, so I can feel the ABS in the pedal. You don't want to take that turn like that. Wasn't using enough of the track. Luckily, we're not even qualifying yet. It's just the practice lap. To heat your tires up. Why is that so high? Driving me nuts. So I have 4 butt kickers on my rig, 2 in the front, and hold on. 1 in the front near my pedals, 2 on each side of me, and then 2 in the back. Or 1 in the back, I'm sorry. And then on my back, I have an HF8 Pro seat, so you feel the vibrations from the car, like the rumble. And then I just got a $1,800 seatbelt tensioner called a G-belt, and it's awesome. I just have to, since I don't have a side-by-side, like a aluminum rig, and I'm using the Next Level Racing GT cockpit, I need to get an adapter. So I just bought it. It was like 18 bucks. And then we have their motion rig too, which Next Level is awesome. If you need something that'll fit, they'll literally CNC it for you. We're probably in 9th with that type of lap, if I had to guess. I got Ross cooking in the microwave. I got a 3-day beer that I don't plan to shave, and it's we need to get better on these exits, in VR, I'm like, another thing, if any of you guys are out there on the sim rig, if you want to get good at sim racing, don't use VR, because eventually you're going to have to move over to monitors if you want to take it seriously. Every single person does eventually. There's not one pro person that goes and stays on the screen or stays on VR. You lose the depth perception. I will say, having the screens, much more valuable, easier to see braking and stuff like that once you learn it. But VR, the depth perception is so good, it's hard to get used to anything else. I honestly think we're going to switch over here to the KS. Also, a do not recommend for me is the KS Pro wheel. I like the OG I actually gave away my KS Pro wheel because they put a screen on it, and that's essentially what you're paying for. And at that cheap of a price, I felt like the original wheel felt better, but there was more to offer with the second one. Here, I'll see if we got anything in here. Missimo, what do you mean doing it this way? Hold on, I'm reading your stuff. Oh, 1,000%. I already found out. I 1,000% agree with you, dude. 1,000%. After we finish the PC giveaway, the only way we're doing giveaways on our channel is if we hit goals. So I have people reaching out and being like, oh, can I have this? Can I have that? And it's like, dude, I literally busted my ass for all this stuff. Like, I'm not just giving shit away. The only reason we're doing the PC giveaway like we are, first off, the reason we gave away a wheel is I upgraded my stuff, so I wanted to do a giveaway. But I got a PC with a 5090 and wanted to take care of people and give away my old PC. So, but I do agree with you. My buddy talked to me about it as well. Is if we're going to do giveaways, it can't be the only thing that we do, because we'll attract the wrong type of people that are only here waiting for a giveaway. So I agree with you, dude. Shake and bake, baby. Good luck. I love you, Marvin. Marvin. But yeah, I definitely appreciate the advice, my friend. Oh, with this, there is no pace lap. It's just green and go. It was funny. The other day on stream, I actually sent a report to iRacing. Somebody early took off. I've never seen it before. They jumped the start early, way early, and crashed into me, and I got a false start for it, and I was in first place. So I lost the race because this fucking idiot did that. Travis Mueller passes Verstappen. He goes. Oh my gosh, what an upset. "22, get back here. I want your baby fat." That's the type of shit we want to get rid of on iRacing. I cannot stand that. Just dive bomb. So for those of you unfamiliar, in racing, you hold your line. It's a non-contact sport. Supposed to be. You can rub, you can, get up next to people, but if somebody doesn't hold their line, or let's say they're behind you and they're going faster than you, they're not allowed to just drive through you. You're entitled to your line. I didn't mean to cut you off like that, my friend. My bad. Like how that guy passed right there, that was perfect. He left me enough room, and you don't have to leave room. It's just like a gentleman thing. We took that terribly. That was a horrible turn. That's okay though. Oh, with my setup too, it can feel a little harder at times because I am using the full force of the wheel, and then the pedals are set up like real brake pedals. So, and I've done it in the past. You guys have seen me cheese it, but somebody made a really good point. If I'm going to be driving in real life, when we start cheesing the simulator, we take away the whole point of the simulator. We want it to feel as close to real life as possible. Chestnut to lonely villain. I got a bogey on my tail. Bogey on my tail, chestnut to lonely villain. I haven't driven this map since they changed that back. I'm used to it being a straight. Like when you do this on the Rainmaster, that where it goes into the hairpin, that is usually open, an open bridge, like if you do Rainmaster. But this ain't bad. We're not doing terrible. We just need to get on the gas quicker. That's our problem right now. We're not holding a good line. And I figure if this don't work out, we could go to OnlyFans. And I got bigger titties than my wife, so could be a booby streamer. I like how we're doing the rest of the course almost perfect. We suck on that back end. Number 7, I'm not into anal. Thanks, though. Looks like this guy's into anal, though. Holy shit. Look at the back of his car. Looks like you take it up the ass, though, buddy. What the hell happened to the back of your car? Oh. We drove without the line earlier when we finished second. The only reason we drive with the actual line on is if we don't, the issue we run into is, if you guys can't tell, I'm super ADHD and can't hold a train of thought for shit. So I don't want to mess up my race or somebody else's by talking about something, forgetting it, and then losing my place on the map. The only map I like to drive on stream without a line is Daytona and the Nuremberg. Honestly, we did pretty good right there. That little line I just took saved us about a half a 0.4 of a second. Almost half a second just from doing what I just did. And we needed it because I almost spun out. The entire goal today is to get fast track to B license. We need to finish our races, even if they're last place. We need to have a lot of turns and have no incidents. So we're not going to be fighting for positioning very much. Watch this. I'm going to pull something on this guy. I did not mean to do that. Dude, whoever I just ran into the back end of, I meant to go around you, not into you, my man. I cannot believe I just did that. Literally said on my stream, I'm gonna fake this guy out. Did not mean to hit you. I feel kind of terrible about that. Oh. I'd be screaming into the microphone, calling the guy an idiot. I can't believe I did that. Yeah, what I did, unfortunately, if he wanted to protest that and he reports it, that could actually be, I could get disqualified. I don't think they banned me for it because it wasn't intentional, but I definitely could get disqualified for it if he submits a protest, which I don't know if he will or not. If it was me, I would. Hey, at least with this, you guys get to see everything, even the ugly side of it. And unfortunately, we all make mistakes. But now I know for next time, you know, be a little bit safer. I hate that last loop. was it? Just let them take it. We don't want any more incidents. One thing that drives me nuts about the sim in general is just the double yellow is always ignored. That was just a regular yellow, but the double yellow is always ignored, and it means slow down. Got 5 more laps to go. We're in 16th, 17th now. Honestly, even with the crash, this is a really good lobby. Some of you guys have seen me place first, second, third, in races where we started last place. So to be in lap 10 with no major incidents, not being spun out, and all the way back in 17th, that means the field is driving pretty well. We'll make a pass on 3 here. Driving way too slow for my liking. One of the more common questions I get is, if you have a rig that's this expensive, why do you still make mistakes, or why do you struggle with X? And the truth is, I have friends that are on $200 rigs that can set world records and have an A license on iRacing. The amount of money you spend doesn't make you a better driver. It's the amount of time in the sim and the consistency. So you could spend $100,000 and still be AIDS at the game if you don't practice. The only thing spending money does is it adds to the realism and I would say the consistency, because with a load cell pedal, that's the most important thing. Having a good pedal set. If you have a really cheap pedal set, it's going to have potentiometers, and that measures how far that pedal is being pushed down. When you have a load cell, a good load cell, it can not only measure how far it's being pushed down, but how much force is. So if you have a 200 kg load cell pedal, it'll measure the amount of force on that pedal. So it's like a scale, because if you close your eyes, it's much easier to best way I could put it is if you close your eyes and you push down on something, you're able to remember how much force opposed to where you put your finger. That would be a good way to explain it. It's kind of like a scale. If you took your finger and pushed it down on a scale, it's much easier for you to remember how much force you push down on that scale versus where you put it. Go! Didn't even get in a fucking incident for that. What is that guy doing? He cut in front of me and then just doesn't fucking move. The funny thing is, I've had an issue with that guy before. I'm surprised he's not yelling on the microphone right now. I'm just really not sure what that guy was doing. Somebody wants to replay it and tell me who was at fault there. I'm pretty sure it was him. Oh god, we got him behind us now. I don't know if he came out of the pits or what. Oh. will say I would have much rather finished dead last with no incidents than the 2 incidents that we got. I think we finished 16th. There we go. Jesus. What's up, Max? Wait, what? Do you mean there's no audio? Oh, dude. Thank you so much, because it would have been muted the entire night. Dude. Only one incident. We only had one incident, bud. Just the one. With that that second one where we were going through and I was like, what the hell is he doing? We came through and I don't know if he spun or what, but we didn't get an incident for it. So we only had 2 incidents that round, and it was started at the very beginning. But here I changed it, so now we got audio. Let's jump into drum roll. We could jump right back into a race. Hold on. We'll jump into a GT4 Mustang. I heard a joke about eating a bunch of hot dogs at a picnic, and now I'm gay. No, I'm joking. The actual joke is the reason I don't attend gay picnics anymore is because all the hot dogs taste like shit. The cool thing is, like I was telling you guys before with the Moza active pedal, since we already have the pedal set up, all we have to do is come in here. Instead of messing around with everything, we just come in here, and we're going to be in the GT4 Mustang. So we come in here and click GT4 Stang throttle. Bam, set up instantly. And she's good. That throttle is ready to go. I kind of want a little bit more effects though. So I'll turn this up to 30 and turn that up to about 15. You don't want crazy effects because even that will shake my entire rig. These are very strong pedals. On the brake, it's a little bit different. Since you have the kg down here a lot higher, on the throttle, it only takes 11 pounds of pressure. And what I was saying earlier is, give me one sec. The point I was trying to make earlier is turn this up a little so that way we're not spinning out in the pits. Hold on, give me 1 second. How do you change your bit rate? Studio mode. Hold on. That should help. That should increase things. Um, Back to what I was saying though about the pedals. When you're no, the issue. So Max, part of the problem is I'm on 49-inch. I'm on 49-inch display, and then for my side monitors, they're different, so it causes a little bit of issues with streaming. I'm going to get a capture card so it looks a lot better, but putting all of this, even having a 5090 and putting all of this pressure on it, I feel like it causes some issues. Back to what I was trying to tell you guys about the pedals, though, is let me make sure this fixed first. So there's basically three types of main pedals. There's position pedals, which are cheap basic pedals. They measure how far you press. And then you have load cell pedals, which measure the amount of force you're putting down on the pedal. And then the reason why load cell pedals are better than potentiometers is if you were to measure, like, close your eyes and put your finger down and then try to do it again and put your finger in the same spot, you're probably going to be off. But if you put down an amount of force, it's easy to remember how much force you put down and match that. And that's the same concept when it comes to sim racing. In most of these cars, I have to blindly be able to hit 50 to 75% braking and hold it there. This holding my brake here versus up here is the difference between getting through a corner perfectly or losing a race. Like, and then when you have the hydraulic pedal, it uses fluid. Like, this is bougie. This is where it starts to get expensive. The hydraulic pedal measures how much like resistance. It feels way more realistic. It's like a more natural resistance and a progressive feel. And then And an active pedal, it basically is top tier, like way at the top. It uses a motor that can change resistance, vibration, ABS feel, brake bite, throttle behavior, load cell, hydraulic, any of that stuff. So it's very cool. Let's get in here and qualify real quick. Hey, we're going to be doing a 300-day challenge where we go from a GT car in the simulator to one in real life. If you guys want to check out the channel, we're doing a PC giveaway April 17th. It's called Mueller Motorsports. I'll put it in the chat. The only turn that gets me on this map is that very last turn. This map's pretty simple, but has some parts that you got to be pretty much perfect on. Not a lot of room for overtaking. Because if you leave your line, you're going to be in the dirt. Or a lot slower. A little late on our shift. Are you ready to rock and roll? That's the hardest part about this track, is that first turn. That's it. Reason being is if you want to hit it fast, you got to have your tires heated properly. And be pretty perfect. That's what I was talking about with like throttle settings. You push too much down on that, you're going to be in the wall. When you start to slip, a good idea for managing panic, by the way, is when you fly an RC plane, the biggest problem with it is being able to control your panic. You know, you're worried about losing all the money you just put into that plane. And when you panic, you're not able to take control of things. So sim racing is... Why can't I get out of the car? Okay, there we go. Sim racing is just about the same. When you first start sim racing, you're going to panic a lot, and it's going to lead to lots of accidents. But once you get better, you're going to learn how to drive wheel to wheel with people and control that panic. And one very crucial tip, and this goes for almost all the cars, even formula cars. When you start to spin, when you're pushing your foot down on the brake in one of these braking zones, if you lift your foot completely off the brake and just tap the throttle just a little bit, the wheels will catch and you'll gain traction again and you'll stop the spin. Crucial. Anybody that is doing this type of racing learns that, because there's going to be a ton of time where you go to spin and you're going to panic and you're going to let the car go like this. I've gotten pretty good at saving the car, but the issue I run into is if you slip a little bit, somebody will ram into you. Oh, Max, I'm 100% aware, my man. It all in with the PC, the simulator, and driving lessons, and to get into an actual GT car. Let's just say it's in the six-figure range. It's not even funny. So let's hope we gain some traction. Your boy gets people that view the content and enjoy it, because it ain't cheap. Watch this. Kayla! I summon the wiener! Bring the wiener and bring a drink! I summon you! Watch. I bet you guys $50,000 my wife's gonna bring a wiener in here and she's gonna bring me a drink. $50K on the line. It's like she can read my mind. I don't fully understand it. Aloha, Snackba! Also, another shout out here for those of you guys that smell like shit. Smell like shit no more with the all new Vroom Vroom Ford Cologne. A sim racer's paradise. Have you ever wished that your girl would love you for you? Fear no more. No reason to shower anymore. Just use Vroom Vroom Cologne. What is it actually called? It is called Ford Thunderbird Eau de Toilette. I'm pretty sure that's cologne in French. Hey, good luck, everybody. But yesterday when I was at Ross, I found the perfect thing for sim racers. We don't got to worry about smelling like shit anymore. I found a cologne that is shaped like a Ford Thunderbird, and the hood comes off. No reason to shower anymore. You want to find the love of your life? Ford Thunderbird cologne is the cologne that sim racers choose. By that guy's Tristan's voice, never mind. We're not going to make that joke. We can't help these guys, you know? If they're not willing to take the first steps themselves, we do offer a $30,000 program where we'll come to your house, hold your sim racer down, and spray them with the cologne. But the reason we charge so much is usually they attack and are very vicious. It's like Jesus throwing holy water at a demon. I'm 27. I just learned how to take my showers at 26. Watch how many people go off here. Shake and bake, baby. If you ain't first, you're last. Shake and bake. See, took off the brake there and just added a little throttle as we were in the spin. Saved it. You can't park there. No! No! Oh, brother! Oh, we're all fucked up. Oh God, we're shaking. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. We're dead. Well, that sucks. That absolutely blows. I almost clicked stop streaming. Now, the reason we're going to quit that is I'm not going to sit here for 14 minutes and then let you guys just watch me sit in the pit and talk about absolutely nothing. I hit the chicane and we popped over it, so that sucked. That really sucked. Max, since you're in here, I'll do this for you. This will give you a good laugh. This will give you guys a good laugh. So, I am not typically one who can drive a... I can drive a manual transmission, but we don't really drive this car ever because you have to rev match. And when you go to shift, you have to take your foot off the gas. We already have a thing set up for it. If we can do this with no incidents, it'll give us like 100 skill rating. It's crazy. But let me get in here. Hold on. Wow, I told you guys. It was like I guessed this was gonna happen. Look at this, making a special appearance. The reason I crashed. This is Angel, and she's gonna get her corn noms. No. What?
I said dinner's about to be done.
Well, I'm about to go and do a thing. I told you guys owe me 50. Even if you guys got to pull it up together, I'll allow it this one time. I bet you guys $50,000 that was going to happen. Don't forget to grab me a drink, too. And I bet you she'll come back with a drink as well. And for those of you guys over 18, if you go to www.porn... No, I'm kidding. We make special content. Sponsored by Sunkist. Yeah, for those of you unfamiliar, by the way, with iRacing, it's been happening less and less, I will say. Probably 1 in 5 races we don't finish, which is okay. But unless it's something minor, Manny, I am allowed to show you my big black brown wiener if I want to. Only at Mueller Motorsports do we have wieners on screen. What the hell is going on with my shirt? Look at this. But that is the hardest part about doing these live streams and why I'm having my buddy edit for me is I understand if I make a mistake, it isn't that big of a deal. It's a teachable moment, and it basically shows you guys, it's going to happen to everybody. Now, the problem is, when you have iRacing, you have qualifying, then practice, which could be 20 minutes, then qualifying, which could be 20 minutes, and then the actual race. So we get all ready, we do all that stuff, and then we jump into the race. It's fucking brutal. It's like you'd spend all that time and crash. It's like, what am I supposed to do? So it's not like I can just rewind. Then we have to go and do a new race. And it wouldn't matter. Let me rephrase too. It wouldn't matter so much if we were doing league. Like on my league, I do endurance races that are about 4 hours, anywhere from 4 to 24 hours long. With these iRacing ranked matches, part of the problem is you're only coming in here and racing for about 20 to 30 minutes, which isn't a big deal, but if you make a mistake, you're sitting in the pits for anywhere from 8 to 14 minutes. That's a big deal. Hey, if you guys want to see me on a $25,000 racing simulator go from a rig to an actual GT car, come check it out at Mueller Motorsports. We're giving away a PC April 17th at 9 p.m. I'll put the link in the description because I can't hear you guys. I told them they can also find me on Pornhub as well.
I'm sorry, I'm an ex-hamster guy.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure they pirate my stuff on X Hamster as well. Could probably find me on there too. I just want to check one thing real quick before we start this. Oh, luckily we got to set this real quick. So, anybody out there that's racing, if you're gonna choose to race iRacing, you should always use, if you don't know how to use a clutch, use auto blip, because never rely on auto clutch. Because most of the cars, you're only gonna hold the clutch to build the RPM, and then you're just going to release it smoothly. And it's the same idea at the start. It helps you not stall. You don't need any like heel toe. You're basically only using the throttle and the gas. And if you use auto blip, you only really have to use it right there. You guys are going to see me make a ton of mistakes. We're probably going to crash a bunch. And it's okay. Hold on, we got to go fuck with this guy a little bit. I'll be out there in like 30 minutes. You should have asked. But back to what I was getting at. We're running this Smokey and the Bandit 77 Trans Am skin. And this is where I open up to you guys emotionally. Are you suffering from erectile dysfunction? Does your wife not love you anymore? Well, fear no more, because at Mueller Motorsports, will give your dick the energy it needs. No, but in all seriousness, you guys are going to see me make a ton of mistakes. I do not ever drive a stock car, and the people that do know how to drive this shit, just watch my rear views. They'll have this thing fully sideways, Smokey and the Bandit. And mind you, we're at the track with the world record for most turns. We're at the Nürburgring, and each lap is going to be about 20 minutes, or I think it's 11 minutes. So we're going to have about a 30-minute race here. There is no qualifying for this because the map is so big. But one mistake you guys are going to see me make is lifting my foot up. When you go to shift, you have to lift your foot off. It's still not auto blipping. I don't know why it wants me to rev a match. We actually gave it away. Moza sent us, it was like $600. We had their active shifter, and what that was is a, see, it went back. I don't know why it reverted. It's a shifter that has 12 Newton meters of torque that basically looks like this here. I had it on my stream for a little while, but pretty much only driving GT cars, you don't need it. The cool thing was you could use it for flight sims, but I just didn't feel like I needed it. I have another shifter as well. I have a hydraulic shifter. So, but the cool thing is when you could use it as sequential or a H pattern. And the most unrealistic thing for sim racing shifting is a car won't let you just put the car into the wrong gear without any resistance. When you shift in real life, there's resistance. So this shifter, mind you, it's $600. This shifter is meant for, like, if you're putting it into first and then go to second, it won't let you just throw it into fourth. So that's where it helps a ton. Hey man, I don't think you're supposed to park here. But yeah, the active shifter, I thought it was funny because I'd tell people, yeah, it's 25 Newton meters of torque. And they're like, dude, that's 10 times stronger than my wheel. Our race will start here in about 5 minutes. We are going to make a ton of mistakes, though. There's going to be loads of crashing, but that's okay, because the driving will be entertaining and a ton of fun to watch. Race is starting in about 4 minutes. Come today, there's no reason to wait. Jesus is calling. Did you guys see that? The freaking ghost car hit me. Since we know we got 3 minutes, I'll check what you guys are saying. Yo, Manny and Max, I think you guys will definitely enjoy this, though. So, the car we're driving right now is this right here. This is what we're driving. and I want you guys to check out this race. We tried to do it last night. We're doing the Ringmeister, and there's like 154 turns on this map, and it's almost 15 miles. So it's not that this car is insanely hard to drive. It's just this was made for more of oval racing. So driving this on a track that's like super technical, it's fun, but it just doesn't feel like it was made for it. This track, come April 24th, we will be doing a 24-hour race on the Ringmeister with Team Ramirez, where we'll be driving all four of us, and we'll each be taking shifts in the car. I'm actually the second driver, not the main driver, and I'll be taking a 4-hour shift. So it's going to be a good race. And I remember when I didn't have a team and I would just race by myself. You don't want to do that. It's brutal. Sim racing is fun, but not that fun. Maybe we start sim racing. Yeah, watch. We got nobody behind us yet, so you can throw this car fully sideways. Let's try to get some drifts down. Hold on. The cool thing is you can hold your clutch. With the GT car, there is a clutch, but you don't. You only use it for the starts. Cool. Fun fact about this map, by the way, is all the cars they race in GT have to be street legal. Part of this racetrack, I believe, is held on a real road. Parts. And it is the biggest racetrack in the world. Don't ask me why. We can memorize this map, but we can't memorize Daytona. Kidding. I love Daytona, but it just depends on the car you're in. I don't always need the line. The car that I've mastered, and you guys have seen it. I know Manny has, and probably Elliot as well. The car that I've just about mastered is the Porsche 992 GT3, that and the Legacy car, and then the Mercedes AMG GT3, and trying to think of what else I'm really good at racing. See, that's why you don't want to downshift early. But there's a point I was trying to make. The Porsche 992 Legacy, the Cup car, and the Mercedes AMG GT3. I'm really good at driving GT cars if there's no assist, because I'm really good at gauging like the wheel lockup. I used to hate driving. It almost made me quit sim racing the MX Cup car. And a good thing to show you guys, damn it, is in iRacing, when you're in a league, you can come over here and set up your car however you want it to feel. But because all the ranked maps, and if I could make one change, this would be it. In in iRacing, when you just go and you find a ranked match and click on it and you race that series, all the cars are fixed, so you can't do anything. But on the MX car, if you come down here, it'll say roll bar for the people that race the Miatas. If you unhook that, it'll be right down here. And if you unhook it, it's under the chassis. It'll say, I wonder if it says it down here. Hold on a second. If you unhook the roll bar, it'll basically allow you to take turns without spinning out of control. At least I had that issue. I hated the MX car, could not stand it. And once I finally got to these other cars, I never went back to it until like 2 weeks ago. And I'll change what I said too. I didn't really hate the I didn't hate it, but in rookie, a lot of people don't know how to drive. Oh, we have to grid. A lot of people don't know how to drive, so there were races that I finished in the MX car where I literally started last and the entire track went off. So it was just very hard for me to learn how to drive that car, and I don't think it's a good car for the rookies. I like the GR86. That car taught me everything about driving. Shake and bake, baby. Good luck. Over at Mueller Motorsports, we hate Nazis. We fight against racism. Come read my all-new book, Hitler Was a Jew. It's for sale on the YouTube store. Apricot to acorn, this is going to be a clean race, baby. And I don't know where the fuck that guy was going. He thought the road was that way. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, country roads. I ain't lifting the pedal until I see God or the finish line. Mind you guys, we don't ever race these cars, so don't judge. We got an issue. For whatever reason, it did that yesterday. For those of you guys that are watching, it switched it back to anti-stall clutch. So I have to blip. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Mueller Motorsports. Oh. You want to be a pro sim racer like me? Do you guys see what that fucking retard did? He literally... We avoided it. That's all that matters. We love him. Oh my gosh, and he goes off. Everybody's dead. I don't know if you guys just seen that behind me. Holy smokes. Look at these beautiful mountains, and we got a flag up here. And yes, I said flag. I'm not saying slurs. I don't trust the guy behind me for a second, just so y'all know. Most important thing is we finish with no incidents. We need to get out of this debacle where we're just like not finishing races, having people take us out. We're part of the problem. We could avoid that stuff. As my daddy told me, if you think someone's an asshole, and then you think everybody's an asshole, you're probably the asshole. So I make sure twice a day I wash my asshole. Damn it, Ricky Bobby. I downshifted too early there. That's another thing. And a GT car won't let you do that at all. This car, I could be in fifth and accidentally shift down to first, where in a GT car, it'll keep you in that gear. And that's not an assist. That's just how the car's built. Part of me says we should slam right into the guy right next to us, but I know it's a sin. See how you could just throw that car? Jeez Louise. That's from me clutch kicking it. Alright, let's try to make up some time. Let's not be a pussy. We almost lost it right there. Good thing we didn't. I don't know how we're keeping control of this car so well. Hey Kayla, I got the microphone muted. Make sure you don't pause the video of the professional guy driving so it looks like me. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry, just had to mute the mic there for a second. Damn, that was a good turn. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no mountain enough. Why? We did that during practice too. You know why that is? It's because I'm downshifting into the wrong gear. We got to be very careful about shifting. That's why if you see on some people's screens, they'll have a meter at the top. That ain't bad though, only one incident so far. And we'll get past both of these guys in a heartbeat. The one guy in front of him, that brown car way up there, he'll go off himself. Guy's driving reckless. He might even get DQ'd. But if you shift into the wrong gear, you're just gonna spin. And I'm not 100% sure on if I'm explaining that right or not. I'm not very familiar with the stock Panther or whatever this is. Shake. Shake that baby, shake. Shake that baby, shake. You guys ever hear this one? Mom's cooking spaghetti, and she spills a bunch of metal BBs into the sauce, like what you shoot from like a pellet gun. And she was cooking this shit for like 6 hours. So she goes, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to serve it anyways. Mom ends up serving this sauce, and everybody eats it. Great dinner. I don't even notice it. Father comes running in. He's like, "Mom, I got a problem." She's like, "What's the problem?" He goes, "I'm pissing out BBs." She's like, "Yeah, I spilt them into the sauce." He's like, "Oh, okay." Walks away. Daughter comes walking in. Mom, I got a problem." "What's the problem?" She says, "I'm pissing out BBs." She goes, "Yeah, your father had the same thing." And lastly, the son comes running down the stairs. Mom, I got a problem." "Are you pissing out BBs?" the mother says. "No, I was jerking off and I shot the dog." And then I farted on her chest and they called me a lesbian. Why are we going so slow now? What did we do? Dude, you're a fucking moron. 12, you're a fucking moron, dude. You should just quit and never play again, dude. Fucking can't drive, and yet you'll ruin somebody else's race. Intentional or not, I'm still protesting that shit. You shouldn't be on here if you can't drive. And judging by the front of your car, that wasn't the first incident. Drew, lick my ball sack. Was I talking to you, bud? I can't hear you over the sound of my engine. I don't get the thought process there. You know, you're up to a braking zone, and it's clear that you're having issues. And we just decide we're going to just keep going. Like, and of course, it was right when we're about to finish, too. Little power slide action there. Now I feel kind of bad for talking to that guy that way. Like it's really not that serious. I just got anger issues. Beautiful turn. We're in 12th right now. If that guy never hit us, we probably would have been in about 7th, 6th. I don't even care the fact that we lose the position. I just care about the incident points. And to me, it felt intentional. I know it probably wasn't, but we're on a straightaway. And, like, obviously you're braking right there. And he just fucking drives right through me. Like, that's not how racing works. You don't just drive through people. I should have definitely reviewed it, though, before just jumping on the microphone like an asshole. I think that's the thing that gets me so aggravated about iRacing is there's so many people that just, like, want to role play as a professional race car driver, but don't have any intentions on getting better. So it's like, I don't think that was the case with that guy at all. But in previous races where you're racing against somebody and they don't let you pass, or they do everything they can to block you because it's not in the script for you to pass. Like, I don't know, maybe you guys get what I'm saying. Oh. We'll park it up here. Why did we get loss of control for that? Are you shitting my dick right now? Ugh. I think the dog is alive. I'm not 100% positive, but I think the dog is alive. All right, see here, we're at 2.77 on the rating here. Just because of this stupid-ass race. I guarantee you guys we get a boost. We gotta wait until it calculates. But I am probably gonna go eat. Max, Manny, I hope you guys both had a good day. Manny, I wish that you would get a... What the fuck? Oh, there we go. I wish you would get a Nintendo Switch too, so that way you could be bent over and have anal with Nintendo, but it would still be cool. Yeah, no problem, dude. I will be on here all the time. Subscribe to the channel, um, and enjoy. I don't know why. Wait, you're telling me the last race I did didn't have game audio? Did it not? Did I not have any game audio? Hold on.